You know what, Tim?
What?
I think my parents had a wry sense of humor. No one is able to pronounce my name.
Yes. Sorry, David Dhevarajulu.
Deputy Secretary, Ms. Teo Zin Woon, distinguished guests, welcome to the second CHI conference on workforce transformation. You know, the two of us struggled. What is transformation? And we love this quote. Let me read it out to you. Transformation isn't sweet and bright. It's a dark and murky, painful pushing. An unraveling of the untruths you have carried in your body, a practice in facing your own created demons, a complete uprooting before becoming. Do you feel that?
I feel it every day, right now.
Can we all take a deep breath? Transformation is not easy. We talk about transformation, but it's very, very difficult. And today, we are going to really deep dive into workforce transformation. Yeah? It's no longer business as usual. It's about being intentional, to confront practice and beliefs that gets in our way of truly transforming our collective selves to deliver sustainable value.
Great, right. Well, last year, CHI was born at the National Seminar for Productivity. And as you know, we're a like-minded network, a co-learning network of individuals, healthcare units, strategic agencies, and academia, all joining together to innovate so that we can deliver more value to our patients. We started off last year with 21 partners. You can see some of them up there. And just yesterday afternoon, we said hello and welcome aboard to 9 more. So I'd like to say a very, very warm welcome to our new partners, HALO, the Southwest England Academic Health Science Network, Imperial College, the Institute of Adult Learning, Philips, NEC, Johnson & Johnson, PwC, and Workplace at Facebook. What a wonderful addition to the team. Thank you all for coming on board. We had a fantastic time yesterday.
We did.
At the Leadership Forum. That took up the afternoon, and we had lots of good takeaways from that, didn't we? We thought a lot about themes that affect us today, whether it's workforce and the technology or knowledge management. And my chief takeaway, well, I was blown away by that man there, Mr. Joran Henriks, when he said that we should not think of ourselves as providers anymore. Patients are the providers. And that kept me up last night, Joran. So I hope I understand you. I think that patients provide us with our purpose. They also provide us with our jobs and our salaries. We wouldn't be here if not for them. All right.
I told him at 2 a.m. last night, you should be like me, an engineer. Okay, the other thing that we took away when we spoke about knowledge management, we talk about knowledge as data that's keyed into a repository. And our thought leaders actually brought us back to earth by telling us that, you know, sharing of knowledge has to have a soul. It has to have purpose. It has to have meaning before it can take. So thank you. The topics in today's program was carefully chosen based on feedback from our first conference last year. The delegates found the breakout sessions on lessons learned from other industries most insightful and voted for more interactive sessions. As such, you will find today we have included several panel conversations, engaged speakers from other industries, and have even arranged a controversial marriage.
Scandalous. Okay. All right. Today's program delves with a topic that's very close to our hearts at CHI, and that's workforce transformation. We've divided the program into 4 sections. So it's changing the way we work, changing who we work with, changing the way we learn, and learning from change in other industries. So in the first section, our first keynote speaker for the day, Professor Jonathan Gray, will speak about large-scale change. Why is it so difficult? And then Mr. Joran Henriks will talk about how the Swedish have transformed their welfare system and brought more health and more joy into their lives. We don't hear the word joy in conferences like this, so we're looking forward to that, what it means, joy in healthcare. And then in the next section, we'll form a panel. Joran and Jonathan will then join Deputy Secretary Ms. Teo Zin Woon as well as Sir David Dalton from the NHS in the UK, chaired by Eugene So from CHI's council, and they'll talk a lot more about what it takes to make the healthcare workforce of the future. Now, once again, the questions that you need to ask this panel can only be put out through the MicePad app, so please make sure you download the app and start keying your questions right now. In the next section, which is changing who we work with, Dr. Wong Fan from Yishun Health will talk about the changing nature of healthcare teams, how we're finding that different people are starting to work with us on a day-to-day basis. Prof. Nabil Zari will speak about this double-edged sword called artificial intelligence. And our partner from South Foundation, Ms. Pei Kim Chu, will talk about her experience in developing an ecosystem with multi-stakeholders.
We need to challenge our mental paradigms even as we work to transform our workforce. Last year, we had a session to have conversation with leaders from other industries, and you found this to be very useful, and it challenged your paradigms. We're very privileged to have with us this year 3 others, a speaker from DBS, a speaker from Facebook, and a speaker from NCSS. Mr. Jeremy Su, Managing Director of DBS, will share with us nuggets on building a smart ecosystem. Mr. Ramesh Gopakrishna, Head of APAC Workplace by Facebook, will share how social media can engender engagement and discretionary effort at the workplace. And finally, Dr. Andrew Lim, Director Volunteer Resource Optimization, NCSS, will challenge us to rethink the role of volunteers in our society, even as we talk about engaging the community. And finally, the last element in workforce transformation that we want to look at is how the workforce will learn in the future. Our own Associate Professor Michelle Jong and Mr. Tan Tiam Soon will talk about challenges in melding education quality, innovation, and research in education. And together they will form a panel that will discuss implications for interdisciplinary team learning.
Great. All right, and then the day will hopefully finish with a fiery and slightly bloody bang when we have a debate. And the debate motion is the Uberization of healthcare, boom or doom. So Bruce Liang, who heads IHIS in Singapore, is going to chair and preside over 2 teams who will battle it out. For the proposition, the boom team, we've got Dr. Snehal Patel, who is the founder of the MyDoc app, right in the heart of digital healthcare, and a very senior pharmacist, well known to many of us, Mr. Wu Tak Singh. And on the opposition, the doom team, we've lined up for the first time together a lawyer and a doctor in collaboration.
Take a deep breath.
Christopher Chong from Rodike, as well as Prof. Terence Tang from KTPH as well. So they'll say that Uberization is the death of healthcare. Once again, you guys have to vote, and you can only vote through the MicePad app. So get that downloaded.
Okay,
right,
I think it's time for us to check out the
word cloud. Yes, let's see if you've been listening to our lovely MC, and let's hope that you've been entering words that mean a lot to you, what you want to take away from this conference. Yeah. Let's see what we have there. Great. So we've got transformation and innovation look like the biggest words that we have there. That's what's on everybody's mind. Ideas seems quite large.
That's very interesting, the word love. Marriage.
Right. I think it's all about relationships.
Guys, when we spoke about marriage, it was metaphorical.
Yes. I think I see your name up there as well. Dhevarajulu something is up there.
Sure.
It is. All right, so I think if that's it, I think there's nothing left to do except to get this conference on the road. So okay, I wish you all a very, very, very,
we were at this conference that Jonathan was holding in Melbourne, and he put up the Lord of the Rings. So we thought that we would try and have a physical metaphor for the conference. We talk about workforce. Yeah, may the force be with all of us.
Right.
Today, as we think about and have conversations to deepen our commitment in driving workforce transformation. Thank you.
Thank you.